Hello, everyone. Hello. Can you hear me? Is everything okay? So you see the title of the video today. You see what the video thumbnail is. Today we are doing a reading on Nicki Minaj. In particular, specifically, we're going to be focusing on really two things I wanted to ask in this. Well, three. How is her new album rollout going to go? Is the Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj versus ever gonna happen? And kind of like, what's the overall future of her label? And with that, we're gonna get started on the first part of this, because I'm really curious on why like Lil Kim is just so adamant on doing this with Nicki Minaj instead of with Foxy. Y'all in the same age group. I don't care if y'all don't like each other. You didn't like each other then, you don't like each other now. So I'm not sure. But let's see here. So what is the energy? Way too many. Okay, there's some vindictive energy here. And I think that's Lil Kim. Okay, I guess I'm just not going to know that energy. Okay, can I not pull 70-11 cards? The Devil. This is not reading too well. So I have the Queen of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Devil. The Moon and the Devil is upright, but the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse. The girls are fighting. That's what I get. I think this is definitely trying to prove something. I think there's some kind of like redemption arc is what I'm thinking. I feel like there's some kind of redemption arc that's trying to happen here. And I don't know if that is on Lil Kim's part, because I don't see how Nicki will try to redeem herself. Foxy isn't the one asking to be on Versus. So to me, it only makes sense if it's on Lil Kim's part that there's some kind of redemption arc, redemption tour that she's trying to run. Can I just... Well, I'm going to count these three cards. They win the crook of my arm. Queen of Swords. Six of Wands. Seven of Cups. Somebody wants something that they just don't deserve, that they don't have, that they don't need. It kind of reads like, it kind of feels like misguided. Like maybe somebody else is telling them that they need this. Okay, let me pull some more cards here. Let's see if we can get some more identifying cards on this whole versus battle. Okay, you wanted to come out for sure. Water Celestial, Dreaming Late. Yes, somebody got some big dreams. This doesn't read like total freedom to me. It kind of feels like, what's the word for it? Scattered. Like scatterbrain thoughts. Like all over the place. I'm gonna say this, and I would be interested to know how this is gonna play out from what I'm getting. If the verses doesn't happen, I think there's gonna be some kind of collaboration between her and Lil Kim, between Nicki Minaj and Lil Kim in the future. I think there's some things behind the scenes that I'm not privy to, so I don't have the words for it. But it feels like it's something behind the scenes, maybe that's kind of like trying to be worked out. This, and I think Lil Kim, unfortunately, is a thing that's kind of like standing in Nicki's way. I think there's I don't think Nicki wants to do it. I think she's like, I could take it or leave it, kind of, but she's like, if I really want to get to where I want to get to, whatever that space is in the industry, I'm gonna have to do something with this child. Perfect circle. Yeah, it just feels like this could read like either a vault door, kind of like the, you know, the knobs that they have like on subs, the vaults, or it could be like a shield, some defensive energy here. And what's the two? Happiness and well-being. Lily, spiritual love. Just one more clarifying card here. And I got, what is this, 3? So, Eagle. Didn't I say it felt like Lil Kim is unfortunately like the obstacle in her way? Triumph over obstacles. So I think there's going to be some kind of collaboration, help, hand out whatever that's going to happen. A period of ill health, depression, and older man. I got this earlier with Beyonce, as well as the Sun and the Lily. So I wonder if there's some strings being pulled behind the scenes that we don't know. Underlying card, unseating anxiety. There's some, yeah, there's something behind the scenes that I'm not privy of. I don't know about. I can't really like put words to, but there's some kind of exchange here that's going on, some deal on the table, and it's like, you want it? I'm about to dangle this carrot. Do you really want it? Then you have to do X, Y, and Z. And Lil Kim is one of those X, Y, and Z marks. Okay. With that being said, let's see what Foxy thinks about this whole versus situation between Lil Kim. Okay, I got way too many cards. I don't know if you see all of those flipped over. But let's see. What does Foxy think about Lil Kim and Minaj versus Bad? Okay, you want to come out? Oh, child, she drinking out her cup. She said, I could care less. I think Foxy is in a happy space. I think she's like, I'm glad it's not me. I think that, yep, it's still some unresolved issues between her and Lil Kim. And I think she's like, I'm happy it's not me. Because if it was me, it probably wouldn't be, it would be a real versus battle. Is what it feels like. I also wonder if, like, behind the scenes, if Nicki is like consulting Foxy on stuff, because they did do that one album together. She seems like she really looks up to Foxy Brown, so I wonder if she's kind of like been telling her the stuff that's been going on, and she's like, well, just keep in mind this. Oop, why did this come out? Oop, not worthy. I don't know if y'all see that. Hold on. I think Foxy is like, maybe that is, no, because I'm reading Foxy. Foxy is like, Lil Kim is not worth going up against for me. She's not worth my peace. Empowered discernment. Yeah, I think Foxy is like, yeah, better you than me, sis, because, to me, it feels like this, I heard, like, this is why I stepped away from the industry. This is why I don't deal with a lot of this bull crap. Whew. Okay. Well, that's that on the verses. Now that I have the important part out the way because I was really interested in that. But with all of that being said, let's see. Just cleanse off some of this energy here. Let's see how Nicki's album rollout is going to go. Let's get some information in on that. How is Nicki Minaj's new album rollout going to go? Okay, I feel like you want to come out, but then something else flipped over in here. There is some sabotaging here going on, and I think she's expecting it. Why did Seven of Cups come back out? So you remember in the previous reading I just did with her, Lil Kim and Foxy, the whole versus thing, that like you wanna hold the keys to the kingdom, essentially. You want to hold the keys to the kingdom. You want to be a gatekeeper. You want to have power, like real power in this industry. You want to be the one who's like moving like an exec. You want to be the shadow man in the background. You want to be, oh wait, oh, well, that's even funnier. I said something about a shadow hand and I flipped this over and look what's on the bottom. You want to be like that shadow hand in the background. You're going to have to do something, and it's going to be something that you don't want. And I wonder if some of the sabotaging is going to be happening with our album, if it's a test, if it's like, if we like paying the piper. The sun does come up and the upright in the back, so I wonder is there's just like, it's some things that she has to do behind the scenes that we're not seeing, or at least I'm not seeing, for her to get the access, for her to get to this sun, for her to get to this happy space. What else? She does have the Eight of Pentacles. There is some work that is going to have to be done. This could also mean like some contracts and stuff like that that's going to have to be signed. There is some, you know, kind of like agreements, whether spoken, written, whatever, that's going to have to be made. Yeah, she's about to get tied down on some things. I wonder if she feel like she's getting back into like a hard space. Seven of Pentacles. Oh, Queen of Wands. There she go. So Nicki, it just seems like you're going to find yourself in this position of kind of like compromising. I wonder if it feels like she's going to be compromising like a lot of her, I don't want to say integrity, but maybe like her morals or her like standing in order to get to where she want to be. Empowered discernment came up again. This says immune system, but usually when I see this, it just kind of reads of like some kind of protection, some kind of move she's going to have to do, some kind of like, and when I say this word, don't get all Illuminati down in the comments, but like some kind of ritual, and it could just be of kind of like a spiritual warfare kind of thing. Intuitive navigation. Yeah, she's getting into this space, and here we go, self-creating. So again, this could be to, okay, if you want to create that future that you dreamed that you was going to have, you want to hold again the keys to the kingdom. Sign something. I need your blood. Sign on the dotted line. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. As you can see, it says this video is for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. There is some, it does feel like this is some spiritual work going on. What is this? Family wishes come true. Wealth. I think you can expect to see a different Nicki with this rollout. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. She also had the wealth. Well, I think, which is freaking understandable. She's looking at a bigger picture than I think the rest of us are, and it's understandable because now she's a mom. She's not just setting up the future for herself, she's setting up the future for her son. I don't know so much about her husband, but definitely for her son. I have to leave some kind of legacy or something for him, because I be damned. Look at that. Take care of enemies working against you. There is some things she is trying to do behind the scenes to clear the board, essentially. She is playing chess while everybody else is trying to play checkers. Good luck. September and November were the other ones that was underneath here on the bottom. So maybe we'll get some more news about her album rollout in September or November. Maybe she's doing a, you know, end of the year kind of drop here. But right now she's kind of like, yep, she's at peace. She's at harmony. She's just trying to figure out how to get... Didn't I say something about spiritual warfare, spiritual guidance, protection from harm? There is some work she's doing to clear the fucking board. And remember earlier I said I feel like there's going to be some things where she's going to have to, like, she's going to end up changing, like, her, not her morals, but kind of like her, well, no, I said integrity, but like probably some of her morals. Look what's the other card that was on the bottom. Do not be tempted to lower your standards. So Nicki, if you're watching this, which I highly doubt, do not lower your standards. I think you know exactly where you want to be. I think you just have to put on a big girl panties and strap up and go through it. The bottom of the tea leaf deck is reading, okay? Keep your life in balance. Successful outcome to your problem. Happiness, new job, career, getting together with friends, strong emotion and passionate love or hate. The bottom, someone would gossip about all your secrets. That's probably some of the sabotage. Someone is behaving stupidly. Trouble and accusations. So I said, like I said, there's going to be some roadblocks coming in with this whole album, but of course we've kind of all suspected that, but I think she's trying to figure out a way of kind of like minimizing the damage. Forces working against you. Yeah, this is all spiritual. Some of it is physical. Some of people are trying to harper her prosperity, her business and things like that, but the bottom of the tea leaf deck was reading, okay? But that is what I'm getting for this. So hopefully we'll get some more news about this. But on that note, I'm going to leave it there because I don't know how much more I'm going to get. I don't really want to get much more. I kind of want to leave things up to chance because, of course, these energies in regards to her album and everything could change. So I'm just like the rest of you all. I'll be watching and waiting for the rollout. And then lastly, let's get a look at the future of Heavy on it and see where this is going to be going in the future. Kind of like what's going to be the outcome for her label. Okay. I had a couple of things. A card fall on the floor. Okay, so I seen... Oh my god, this is so many cards. I didn't know it was this many cards. Okay, so I'm just going to read these off, so keep in mind. We have the Ten of Swords in the upright, the Lovers in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse, the Four of Cups upright, Page of Swords upright, Three of Swords upright, and the Six of Cups in the upright. Let's take some of these and split this up here. Okay. Spirit, can you just give me 3 cards? Okay, well, you deem to give me 4. Definitely expected to see the Seven of Wands. The Page of Pentacles makes sense as well. I'm surprised I didn't see the Page of Swords instead. So far, this seems to be tracking. Like, Heavy on it seems to be doing pretty well. It's been tracking. It's one of the big songs that she just released under Heavy on it or in collaboration with it, with Ice Spice. It's already certified gold. Is it certified gold from the RIAA? I had to say that so because otherwise it's gonna sound crazy. Princess Diana, I think this is already like certified gold, if not more, by the time this video is out. This is definitely a passion project of hers. I think she's always wanted to do. It has come through a lot of fighting and struggling. The Page of Pentacles. I wonder if she's seeing like this costs more than I thought, and just not monetarily, but just kind of like energy wise. I do want to note, I do have to note that she did have the Tower for the underlying energy. So I wonder if the cost for her career, in order to kind of like, she's gonna have to like sacrifice her career in order for like Heavy on It to really go somewhere and succeed. Because you know, I've rarely, I don't know if anybody else can mention a label, an artist ran label that has successfully done things while the artist was still putting things out. Like, I know some people want to probably think of like the one that's biggest one that's coming to mind for me is like Kanye with Good Music, because he had what, Big Sean on there. He had a designer who is going through his whole thing right now, Tiana Taylor. He had Pusha T. Ooh, it was somebody else on that label that did something good. Kid Cudi, and it's another guy that he used to have on his label that was like really good. He put out good music, and I'm so mad I cannot think of it. Whatever, that's neither here nor there. We're doing a Nicki reading, but like, I don't know of too many artists who successfully were able to promote and conduct their artists properly without, you know, kind of putting their career to the wayside, because you know it's kind of hard to do that. You kind of see opportunities coming and you're like, well, I want that for myself. Or it's kind of like, it gets into like that whole stepping on each other's toes kind of animosity thing. I don't know of anybody who's, yeah. But let's see if I'm going to get any more information on this. Let's get some more. Yeah, it's definitely a gamble for her, star-crossed. And that also makes me think again, it's going back to like, it's hard for an artist to run their label without having a conflict of interest. I think it's only natural. Entering discovery. Again, I think she's finding out some things that goes on behind the scenes that she probably didn't consider or she wasn't privy to before. Okay, these do not count, but it was this one that flipped over. And I don't know if anybody watching this who deals with the Wow Harmonic Oracles, but because the borders are black, this is dealing with like shadow work, and this is dealing with light. So it's only understandable that it kind of does start off with a kind of like negative beginning, kind of like, oop, is this really going to work out or not? And then also the underlying energy is misleading mind. So again, this is making me think that she didn't consider some things possibly when she did this, and now she's figuring it out. She also have quandary, crossroads. So maybe there's just some things, some tidbits and things like that she's going to have to get to know. And lastly, let's see if we're going to get anything else on how this record label is going to go, how it's Heavy on It, what is going to be the future of Nicki Minaj's label Heavy on It. Okay, and I think that's more than enough cards for me to read. Okay. She definitely had people that just be praying for her to fail. Because I seen the shark. That's the reason why I'm saying that. Seek out information that will help you. Like I said, things that she didn't consider that's coming to mind now that she's like, oh shit, I need to work on that. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. And that could be from one of her artists, I feel. Gong, an exciting event. So I think there is going to be some financial pitch. Yep. So I think there is going to be some things amongst her artists where she's going to have some success with some of them. Or at least one of them. Take care or there will be loss of material wealth, which makes total sense when you're running a label. Teapot, deep friendship with someone of the same sex. So I wonder who's a female that's gonna kind of come in and help her, because I didn't show that she did in the bottom of the tea leaves when I was reading on kind of like her fifth album rollout, I think it was, where I did see something with like a blonde haired woman that came up at the bottom of the pile. So there's some kind of woman in the future that's coming up here. Reconciliation. Ooh, who is a person with blonde hair that she fell out with? I'm sorry, Iggy is like the first thing that came to mind. I don't know who else it could be. Is she even a natural blonde? Who cares? And then we have Cup. You should accept valid criticism. Yeah, that all makes sense. So the reconciliation could be a an infinite amount of people in the industry that she could be making up with, or maybe there's just, maybe it is just she needs to reconcile a lot of like broken relationships she's had with people in the industry in order for it to give access for both her and for her artists. And this would go back again to the whole thing I kept getting throughout this entire reading for Nicki, where it's just like there is some I don't want to say backyard deals because it make it sound nefarious, but I feel like there's some like deals under the table or little like nuanced relationships and stuff like that publicly facing we don't get to see, but she has to deal with, that she's gonna have to kind of like make up with, amend, or create with certain individuals behind the scenes in order for things to kind of run smoothly. So yeah, that's what I'm getting on this reading. Let me all know what you think down in the comments. What are you getting from this reading? Like this video if you like this reading, and subscribe if you would like to see more. With that, I wish you all a good night or good day wherever you are, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.